Never married. But I was
Okay.
with 20 years, so
Say
we
what,
just
honey?
I was with that dad. I was with that dad for 20 years, but we never got married.
Okay.
He ended up marrying somebody else.
He married somebody else. How many kids did you have by him?
Three. When
Three kids by the guy. Three kids by the guy, but he married somebody else. She didn't. She's on Kendra G. What does that go to show you? It's only one person that's the problem here. That's what that shows you. One person is the problem.
I was with that dad for 20 years, but we never got married.
Okay.
He ended up marrying somebody else.
He married somebody else. How many kids did you have by him?
Three. When he married somebody else.
What made him marry somebody else while you had three kids by him?
Because I didn't want he kept asking to marry and I wasn't ready to get married because I met him when I was 17 and he was in his late 20s.
He wanted to marry me because I was a young tenderoni. And he knocked me up and he wanted to do it right and marry me, but I didn't want to get married.
Somebody else while you had three kids by him?
Because I didn't want he kept asking to marry and I wasn't ready to get married because I met him when I was 17 and he was in his late 20s. So once I got up when I didn't want to get married. I just wasn't ready to get married until I got in my 40s. I always said I didn't want to get married until I got in my 40s.
I fucked him. I made babies with him. I accepted whatever he had to offer. But I had made a promise to myself that I was going to get married when I was in my 40s. I was going to make sure I did whatever I wanted with my pussy. And I made sure that I wasn't going to listen to no man because I made up in my mind I wasn't going to get married to my 40s. Now that I'm in my 40s, where am I going for a husband? I'm going to Kendra G.
So he kept asking me to get married. So he ended up getting married to somebody else.
That's the
Hey.
question.
He ended up getting married to somebody else. So now it's my turn. And I'm going to find my man on Kendra G.
But you had kids by him, right?
Yeah.
So I don't understand. Help me understand the logic of you were willing to have kids before 40, but not married before 40.
Because he was my treat.
Willing to have kids before 40, but not married before 40.
Because he was my treat.
But not married before 40.
Because he was my treat.
He was married before 40.
Because he was my treat.
She was 17 years old and he was her trick. And he would spend money on her and everything. And she said, well, I'll make sure that I'm fucking this eggplant while I'm fucking other people. He happened to get me knocked up, so I know I could put him on child support. He got money. I told myself when I was young, I'm not getting married till I'm 40. So I was bound to fuck. And who did I fuck and get pregnant to? My trick. Ma'am, you are a nasty bitch.
But you had kids by him, right?
Yeah.
So I don't understand. Help me understand the logic of you were willing to have kids before 40, but not married before 40.
Because he was my treat.
He was your trick.
Yes.
Only in America is where you see this sort of elderly pride of being a whore.
He was my treat.
He was your trick.
Yes.
So you used to be a prostitute?
No.
Well, a trick is somebody who you had sex with for money and you could have sex with other people. A trick can't tell you not to fuck other people. So what are you, a prostitute?
he was your trick.
Yes.
So you used to be a prostitute?
No, not as not a prostitute. He was giving me nice things. I was young. He was buying me nice things. He was giving me nice things. He was buying me jewelry, cars, nice things like that. So as a young lady, I enjoyed this. So I took it. So I always tell my kids, I don't lie to my kids. I don't lie. I keep it real with them. I fell for my trick. He
I told my kids, I got 4 kids. I told my kids, I keep it real with my kids. I told my kids, your father, he was a trick. He was somebody that I was fucking. So the kids are regular people. She decided to put in their minds what their father is to their mother, which is a trick. But she's missing the point. The point is, your father will always give me things and give me money and give me all this stuff. Oh, really? I don't know what happened, King. So maybe they changing the game on me. We'll try. Because remember, it didn't work today. We was on. It worked for after the fact. We'll try a test run some other time. But I've noticed that it's the same joint. I did nothing. I started this, then I sent you the link. It's wild. Anyway.
He was a trick. He was a trick. I always tell my kids, I don't lie to my kids. I don't lie. I keep it real with them. I fell for my trick.
I told my kids that I fell for my trick. It was impossible for y'all to have a mother and father in a loving scenario because the mother was not a loving person. He was a trick that I was fucking. I don't know what it is to be in love with a man. I just fuck men to obtain things.
He was a trick. He was a trick, and he liked young girls. And right now, he messing with girls. So
he like young girls. Like right now, he messing with a young girl. He married to a young girl. I'm on Kendra G.
Well, he liked young girls. So, and he was my
okay.
trick.
There's so much to unpack here. How much older is he?
He's I think he just turned 50. If I'm not, he turned 60. He just turned 60.
Okay, so he's 14 years older than you. So you had children by him, but you didn't want to marry him.
No, I didn't want to.
Okay, but you just wanted to be married at 40.
I want to marry once I got 40.
So 40. It made sense to you to have kids but not be married until 40?
No, it really didn't make sense. But at the time, what I was going through, I had lost my mother, and I only had one child at the time, and that was my oldest son, the one that's 32. That's the only child I had. So in a sense, I wasn't stable at the time, and he provided it for me.
So he provided with the bitch, and she had a child already. What did this man do wrong to this woman to deserve any bad treatment? She said she was unstable, and he helped her out. Your thoughts?
This is the prostitute platform.
Basically.
That's a good name. That's a good name, dog. I might take that. That's a good name. The prostitute platform.
That's all you see. You see ex-prostitutes come up on here and try to find another simp to pay for their life. Used up.
America is a good place. I tell you, boy. Boy, oh boy.
And if you have one trick, I mean, what's to say you didn't have a second one? More than likely.
Yeah, they just aging out. So you heard her. He pay for young chicks. So he don't want her old ass no more. She done aged out. And now she on here. Kendra is just she's a madam. Pimping prostitutes on her platform.
And she said trick. She got to correct that. It's a trick game. She got to put a floor on that. Wasn't trick. It was tricking.
What about she said she told her kids, your father ain't no real father. He was my trick.
I mean, that's how she see him.
Yeah, that's cold-blooded.
That's what the next young kid girl gonna tell them kids, cause she probably gonna have kids with his old ass too.
I remember way back because my baby mama had split up with me early in the game or whatever. And I remember way back the bitch, we was on the phone one time and shit, and the bitch was like, "Yeah, I be telling your boy he just like you when I get mad at him." I was like, "What the fuck? Why would you do something like that? Fuck you mean he just like me when you get mad at him, but when you happy with him, he's not like me. Like, what the fuck is that about?" Some wild shit, man. These bitches ain't shit, man. These bitches ain't shit. They fuck up fatherhood all the time.
So I jumped on it. He provided
That bitch said, "Yo, he was taking care of my baby and me, so I jumped on it. I jumped on that dick."
Okay.
everything. So I jumped on it. He
Okay.
provided everything. He provided the cars, the house, the clothes. He provided everything that me and
He provided the cars, the house, the clothes, everything that me and my bastard of a son needed at the time. And what did I tell his children? He was a trick. Your thoughts, players?
Well, for me, it's the casual tone. It's like she's just delivering this very casual in a normalized way. And outright, this is a shameful, tragic story. So she should be outright ashamed to be sitting up here full face, cammed up, talking about this like it's just I mean, it is every day in the hood. This does go down, but like this is the type of stuff that was taboo back in the day. You know what I mean? Like we didn't talk about this. You knew it was going down, but like
Well,
so
let me ask you
casual.
this. Let me ask you this. So, what you think about this being her presentation towards a suitor, a available suitor?
It makes me think first, just off the top. I mean, like if you can't change a hoe into a housewife, so what would make me think that tricking nature ain't still in your blood? You know what I'm saying? You don't get rid of that. I'm a trick. Shit. You know what I mean? So like that's her. This is her presentation for a suitor.
Let's
I
break
mean,
this
he's
trick
supposed
thing
to.
down.
What's he supposed to
Let's
do?
hold on. Let's break this trick thing down. Let's break this down. Hold on, Ken. I have some of that some sticky substance on my hand. Let's break this tricking down. Now, what is tricking? Is tricking what she said her husband did, or is tricking what you do, Bernie? Maybe give a bitch $50 or some shit like that. Like he's responsible for her life. What woman's life would you be responsible for?
Well, I think that's what tricking is. I don't think that's the whole thing. It's spending. It's cheap. It's spending very little. So there's no way she could be sitting over here. It's some cap in her rap. You know what I'm saying?
What you mean?
That's what tricking is. $80, $100 here. $80 here.
Right,
It,
right, right.
I think the music might have made it sound like it's extravagant, but it's really not. Like it ain't tricking
What
if you
she
got
had
it. That
was
type
a
of
husband. What she had was a husband.
But
right.
this is the thing. This is the thing, y'all. She literally tricked him. She tricked him into thinking she loved him.
All right, great point. Hold
That's
on. Let me
that's her
interject. Let me
tricking.
interject because I think Bernie may need help with this. So, Bernie, so is the trick her doing what she did to him for his money, or the trick you doing what you do to the bitch for your money? You understand? You hear me, Bernie?
I hear you. So it depends on what the agreement was going into it. Like if she said he liked young girls, uh, was he looking at her as a wife? She claiming she got
Yes,
married to this
yes.
dude.
He asked to
I didn't
marry
hear
the
it.
bitch. He asked to marry her many times, but she said she wasn't getting married till she was 40. Now he remarried. He's married now.
Something don't, to me, something's not adding up in this story because she's making this dude look like he's some like Robert Earl riding around town in a Cadillac
Yes, yes.
looking for young girls,
She
and
was
he
16.
came across
She was
her
16.
and he had a fetish for young girls,
She
right?
was 16. She was 16, dog.
So
I
that's
hate
what
to
I'm
admit it.
saying.
They do that though.
Right,
They do
right,
that.
right. She was 16. That's why she said that. That man liked young girls. She's not lying. She had the baby at 17.
Yeah, nah, we done had to pull the strap on old niggas trying to
That's why
hit on my sisters, bro.
I understand.
So
Now,
like, so like for
she had a
me, real
baby
quick. Look,
when she met him. So she had a baby at 16. She met him
oh
at
no, he
17.
wasn't trying to marry. He wasn't trying to marry her ass.
Yeah,
It was just what it
he
was.
had 3 babies with her.
Oh, she had a kid, and then he got her. Not, he had three more.
Yeah.
But so somebody lying. Then I think she's trying to lessen his. She's trying to stain his character by classifying him as a trick. If
Right.
that makes sense, you feel me? That Naga.
No, but that's what I was saying. She tricked him literally
Right.
into
Uh-huh.
thinking she was into his old ass. You see what I'm saying? Because she was into the money. So she was always looking at it like a play. But she didn't say that. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
She was having these babies, and he like, let's get married.
And
But
she
then
like,
she
no.
started feeling herself and like, nah, I ain't getting married till I'm used up.
And
When
what
she
he
said
did.
I'm 40.
And what
And
he did.
he went and got him another young bitch because he
And
got the
right.
money to do that.
Because she old. And he got the money to do that.
Exactly. Exactly.
And
That's
now
why I said it's separated.
that's why she coming off with this story trying to stain him. Like he's a creep anyway because he was fucking with a 16,
Right.
17-year-old.
Right.
But
Right.
she didn't find it creepy when she was living the life through him.
With her bastard child. Right.
My son needed at the time, so why not? The house, the clothes, he provided everything that me and my son needed at the time, so
Needed at the time. So I tricked him.
why not?
Okay, I got a couple questions. Math Matter said, Kendra,
Sorry about that.
she said she had a kid. Her kid is 35.
Now, this is what I wanted to say. Now, you see how the interview took a turn? Like, what type of she's here to meet a man. All this other shit really shouldn't be part of it, but this is just how it goes. Now, is this something that, because it always puzzles me, do they think that low of men, or do they think this is a good presentation?
You said it right. They think that low of us.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
She got it. Did you have a kid at
He's
11?
not,
The math is.
he's not 35.
You did say you had a
Well,
35-year-old child.
I I said 32. They back to back. I said 32. I think I got he just turned 32, and I got one just turned 30. I'm sorry, and he 132. They back to back. Not 35. I had
So she in
he was
her
born in
50s?
93.
Well, here's
No, she's in her 40s. She had a child at 16.
Okay, and he 32?
That's
Okay,
what's
so
happening.
she 48. She about to be 50, nigga.
That's what's happening right now. The people in the chat, they are trying to do this math with this bitch. You know what I'm saying? They like, well, hold on. How old are you?
She about to be 50, bro. You pushing a quarter century and you up here trying to sell more old box.
I might get my attraction mixed up. So whoever in the comments, I might get a little mixed up. But he was born. I know all the years my kids were born in. I had one born in '93. I had one born. My youngest was born in '99. I had one born in '95, one born in '96, and one born in '97. So if they want to do the math, I'm not finna do the math. If they want to do the math, they can do the math. But I know the years they were born in. But it was kind of hard keeping up with them. But I'm 46 years old now. I used to keep up.
He says she's 46.
She 48.
All right.
With it great back then.
Wait, hold on. Let me jump in. How old are you, Lachelle?
Kendra need a calculator.
Okay, 46. Hold on.
Listen.
I'm 46 years old now. I used to keep up with it great back then.
Wait, hold on. Let me jump in. How old are you, Lachelle?
46.
Okay, you're 46. Now, you told me you have 5 kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me the ages of your 5 kids again.
I have my oldest son. He's 32. I have one.
Now, how much is that?
32 plus 16, nigga. That's 48.
All right.
Just had a birthday. He's 30.
Unless, what's the unless?
Unless she was 14 when she had him.
Right.
And my youngest daughter, she's 24.
I was gonna say 12.
And I have one that's 26. And what I just say, one is 26, and the other one is I knew I was gonna get this pod mixed up anyway. 126, and the other one is
Now just pay attention. My point. Does she think low of us, or does she think this is a good presentation? That's my point. Like, how is this a good presentation? All jokes aside, we're making these stupid faces.
Bro, this you could tell she was just at one point in her life, niggas was just giving her shit because she looked decent and she was young. And you could tell she's still stuck in that mentality.
And she got ass.
I knew I was gonna get this pod mixed up anyway. 126, and the other one is I said 4 already, right? Did I say 4
already?
Okay, and 120.
You don't think that long about your own children.
120. Just turned 30. 133, and I think the other one is.
You know they don't
20.
care about their
the
kids.
Other one is 20, if I'm not mistaken.
Not
the other
at
one
all.
is 20, 24 or 20, 24. Nah, the other one is 22. 22. I'm sorry.
So earlier, this is what you said earlier. Earlier you said 24, 31, 20. No, excuse me. You said 32, 24, 31, 26.
Now, this is the part where I always say Kendra's full of shit. Ma'am, she's there to find love. Why are you doing this to the sister? But she's a part of the bullshit. She's a part of this bullshit to let niggas know this is the bullshit you want.
Crazy.
35. You said your oldest child is 35.
He might not be 35, Kendra.
There we go. He might not.
Just fuck off my mic.
There we go. There we go, guys. This is the embarrassment of the Gladiator BW. Because she can fight. I can tell you that.
That's what I'm saying. He probably not be 35. That's why I said.
Can I ask you a question? Why don't you know your children's ages?
I know that's why I said I know they year, but it's going by so fast. I forget my day. I forget my year. I ain't gonna lie. I thought for a long time I thought I was still 45, so I forget my year. So I'm not finna try to keep up with
So
other
she just told you she lying about her age right there. For a long time, I thought I was 45, and she just said she's 46.
Dang.
Got her.
But she looked 50 something, bro. Like she looked 50 something.
It's fucked up.
A good 52.
That's sad.
So,
but I want to give her that 48 or 46 because I believe she did have them children at between 14 and 15.
I believe it too.
I know the year they was born in, but the ages they turning so fast, and I kind of get kind of confused. They turning so.
And I'm 50-50 on the child support because I know that nigga got money and he'll take care of the kids. But I also believe she put that man on child support. Like, you understand? This bitch ain't shit.
Quick, I get kind of confused. I know the year they born in, all of them.
So let me just get to what people are alluding. People think you had a baby at 11. How low were you when you had your?
So Bernie said he said the bitch was 12. I mean, can it be that bad though? Can it?
Yes.
Can it? I mean,
Yes. Yes.
Right.
So let me just get to what people are alluding. People think you had a baby at 11. How low were you when you had your first child?
I had my first child when I was 16. I know 11.
You had your first child when you were
So
16.
I got pregnant with him at 16, and I had him at 17.
You had him at 17. Okay, your first child.
So
you had
she's 49 or 50.
Right.
And I believe it because she said for a long time I thought I was 45. So that's saying for multiple years she was telling niggas she was 45.
Dang.
Yep. So she confirmed she at least 45. You're right. Yep. You're absolutely right, Daniel.
3.
So that would mean you would have a child at 29 years old. You don't have any children 29 years old.
Oh yeah.
What?
Now I said he was born in 93. So if he was born in 93,
No, but you told me. Okay, you said you had your first child at 17, correct?
I got pregnant with him at 16, and I had him at 17.
Okay, so you're 46 right now. Minus 17. That was 29
Hey,
years
y'all
ago.
be back up. I gotta drop down.
Now you gave me 5 ages, and none of them were 29.
Well, probably the middle one probably not 20. You said the middle one probably not 29.
You said hold on. You said you had your first child at 17, correct?
Kendra slow too, bro. Kendra slow too. She's slow. Like this is the whole fucking. She's slow as hell, bro. All you gotta do is add the number that she said she had the baby at, which is 17, plus the oldest kid, which is 35, bro. You just add them together. She's slow as fuck.
But you right. I'm not saying you ain't wrong. But what happened is now she don't know the age of the oldest.
Well, honey, let me say this. Okay, you're 46, right?
Yeah.
You have a 32-year-old.
He was born in 93. He was born in 93.
So the real number is 93. How old is that?
He was born in 93.
Yeah.
It's 32, and it's 2005.
All right, cool.
2025.
So now they're gonna argue about how old's the oldest.
32. So she might be 46 then.
Here we go.
It would make him 32.
And she had a baby at 16.
But if she can't remember how she knows she had the baby in 93 and she don't know how old her kid is? You see what I'm saying? Like it just sounds like she lying, bro. All the way around.
46 right now, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You have a 32-year-old child, correct?
Mm-hmm.
That means you were 14 years old when you had your first baby.
Okay. Well, I was
14 years old when you had your first baby.
Yes, she is, Bernie.
Okay. Well, I was 14.
You have a 32-year-old child, correct?
Mm-hmm.
That means you were 14 years old when you had your first baby.
Boom.
Okay. Well, I was 14. I thought
32-year-old child. Correct?
Bruh.
That means you were 14 years old when you had your first baby.
Okay. Well, I was 14. I thought I was 14 and I had him at 15.
There you go, guys. What y'all want, man? This is what you're dealing with.
This is horrible, bruh.
This is what you're dealing with, man. Okay.
For real, she ain't doing nothing but pimping hoes on her platform. She need to be investigated.
I say this with all due respect. Have you ever done drugs?
No, I haven't. I know all their birthdays just because I don't know they.
But you don't know how old you was when you had a baby. Fuck their dates. You don't know how old you was when you had a baby.
Okay.
Right now, correct?
Mm-hmm.
But she know how
You
old
have a
he
32-year-old
was.
child, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Hmm.
That means you were 14 years old when you had your first baby.
Okay. Well, I was 14.
What type of shit is that? Now, how I'm supposed to have a conversation with you and everything is bullshit, and then when the truth come out, you like, well, okay, never mind all the lies I just said. Like, what the fuck?
That's why these bitches is alone, bro. That's why they alone. That's why it's an epidemic
Oh,
of lonely ladies, and they talking about it's an epidemic of lonely men. Nah, it's an epidemic of used up birds, bro.
that shit is crazy.
I thought I was 14 and I had. I know all their birthdays just because I don't know I know all their year they was born. That I just don't know their year. I just don't know how old they is. But I get their birthdays mixed. Well, not their birthdays mixed up. I get their ages mixed up. It don't got nothing to do with drugs because I get their ages mixed up. I just said one was born in 93, one was born in
At
95.
this point, she's justifying her bullshit. And when she does that, we supposed to be like, okay, you right. Let's move on. Shit is wild. This is the type of conversations that men get caught up in, where a bitch would just be like, well, I said this and that's just what it was.
Well, no, we're past that, but let's we were going. The reason we're going to move forward, but here's the deal. You're coming across as a liar. I'm going to be honest with you. At one point in time, you said you had a 35-year-old child. Then you said you don't have a 35-year-old child. Then you said you had your first child at 17. That would mean your oldest child would be 29 years old, but you have a child that is 32. So the math just doesn't add up. And the cousins they are picking up on it. So this is why we're asking. So right now you seem like a liar.
Okay, well, the cousins ain't got to pick it up. I'm telling you, I had my oldest son was born in 1993. However they want to add it up, if they can math it up, they probably know more math than me. They probably went to school longer than me.
They probably went to school longer than me. Now, she said we broke down that she had a baby at 15, right? So, yes, they went to school longer than her. So, you getting the outright dummy.
She was out there on them streets when she was 12, 13, and 14.
Right. And he was
and her mama was probably the first one to pimp her out.
Dang. I tell you, these bitches be going through a lot, guys. You meet these bitches, you don't know what that pussy been through.
The child was born in 93. If he might not be 35. He probably be 32. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. He was born in 93. If your cousins want to add it up, they can add it up. But all that drugs and all that, baby, they ain't got whoever said that I ain't no drugs.
Well, no, I'm the one that said that because I was trying to figure out how is this so confusing. So that's
no,
why I said,
it's not confusing. I said I know that year that was born in. My kids are turning ages so fast that
Bitch said my kids are turning ages so fast. It happens, man. You find a bitch that's as dumb as this. Yes, it does happen.
to get the age. You know, my baby girl, I wanted her to stay young.
There you go, guys. We are fucked. Well, she is fucked up because she's really fucked up. She got pregnant early, no education, lived off that child support, babies out here. She throwing her pussy around on Kendra G. Liar.
She was 18 years old. I wanted her to stay 18. I didn't want her to get grown. So
you just stopped counting
my
when
baby.
she turned 18. Yeah.
Yes, because she was my baby. And I kept telling people like how old she is. And I was always telling them she 18 and she wasn't even 18.
So you lie about ages all the time. So you can recall that you lie about ages, but you can't recall the ages.
You didn't peep what she just said, bruh?
Yeah,
She
but go ahead.
said
You
she
broke it
was
down.
telling people
Right,
her daughter was 18 when she wasn't
right,
18, bruh.
right.
So she was pimping her out.
Uh, come on, come
I'm
on,
through with
She was
these
come on.
niggas.
like 20, and I was still saying she was 18 and 19 because I always want her to still be my baby. But they
Well,
all grown. So
a couple things. Six Figure Pookie said, can you ask her the years of the birth again? She said her first child was born in 1993, 31 years ago. She's 46. That means she was 15 when you had your first child.
okay, I was
Um,
15 and I was 15 and I had him at 16. I told you at first I got it mixed up. I told you I was pregnant at 16 and had him at 17. So
So there's no account on her own pussy. This is what we dealing with, guys. Liars.
Bruh. Straight liars.
No reason, though. There's no reason for that.
No, it's plenty of reason. Because if they tell the truth, it's even darker.
Ooh, not good. Not good, pimp. The truth will kill.
And now, since this is a dating show, after hearing all this, I have to determine how I'm going to deal with you. And at this point, is no integrity, so I already know it's going to be pump and dump, playing some games. You know what I mean? Ain't
Right.
nothing to be taken serious. So she's already put herself in the category of I'm just trying to see what the top is like or how fat that ass is and scram up out of there. Trying to get caught up.
Hold on. I'm going to say that you will get caught up. Look at this ass. Yeah, you want to talk your shit? You should have never said ass. Look. Now remember, Bernie's gonna get caught up in this. He keep lying. Here we go.
So before you show that ass, we see why she lying now. We can see why she her ass is her leverage. So she using her ass as leverage and therefore she don't get it makes sense now.
Tatted up to her neck.
okay. I like you got hips. Ooh, you got hips and booty. Woo, woo, woo.
She just a young nigga playground.
Wait a minute.
Bernie, you getting
She
caught
just
up.
a young nigga play.
Bernie, you
I
getting
still with
caught
it.
up.
I like you got hips.
You
I
niggas,
still with it.
you get the tricking on this, you gonna get yourself caught up.
Ooh, you got hips and booty.
She
Woo, woo,
listen. She is known in her neighborhood. Everybody know her name. All the YNs know her. All the old heads know.
Her
Hey,
kids.
she known at the after hour. Nah.
Oh, she's killing the after hour. That baby daddy.
If she live in the Jacks, everybody know her. If you go in her hallway, niggas know where you headed to.
Damn. That's what we dealing with. It's for her kids.
Wait a minute.
That's for her kids.
Is that how y'all do in Memphis?
we do all it. We do all
And she
it.
really fat. She not. It's really more fat than thick.
But now, see, what's starting to happen
Okay.
is
I like you
men,
got hips. Ooh, you got hips and booty.
men, we're not as interested in just that anymore.
Right.
That's what's happening. It's like even the young niggas who would usually use that as a learning opportunity, now they done learned early that these bitches is used up.
Hey.
So MILFs are becoming cougars are becoming like they ain't even starting to be looked at as
Predators.
fun toys no more.
They becoming predators.
Yep.
You know what would make this one?
They going even younger. That nigga, they going even younger.
Yo, you know what makes this bitch sexy to me and why I would hit it? She would have to take that wig off. If she take that wig off and be that African booty scratcher that I need her to look like, that I know she is, and then I will oil you her ass up and all that. And she got like 3 braids in her hair and shit like that. I let her keep the chain on, and I oil you her ass up from behind.
So friend, you gonna undress her. You gonna strip her down to her natural state to where she
Yeah,
that ego